Hi, everybody. It's Becky Livingston from Penn Heel Marketing. And today I want to talk to you about a simple way to create LinkedIn company banners. This is a great way to brand your banners if you have people, multiple company pages in LinkedIn. You can also use a similar concept for your Facebook banners. You can also use this for personal banners for your company employees. It is a different size, but you can do the same thing for all of the people. So, one of the things we want to start with is a custom LinkedIn banner. Now, if you search for the banner in Canva itself, the banner is not actually sized correctly. So I'm going to go here and do a custom banner, and I want it to be 1584 by 396. If you use the banner that's in Canva, it's a little too wide and it will cut off important stuff. So here's a really easy way to create your banner. So I'm going to say custom, I'm going to call this a custom LinkedIn company banner. I want to make sure I say company because it is a different size than a personal banner. And then I'm going to save this to a folder. Okay, first thing I want to do is add my branded color to the background. There we go, we've got that. I'm going to look for a grid pattern to drop into the background. So I'm going to search for grid pattern. This is an optional feature that you can drop in. Now I like this one. I'm going to drop this one in here. I'm going to pop it in here, and I want to make sure that it is white. And then I'm going to change the transparency so it's not too in your face, but it's there. Then I'm going to duplicate this across, and I'm going to copy it again. It's a little hard to see, but it is there, and I'm going to copy it one last time. Get that all the way across. Okay, great. So now I've got my background. The next thing I want to do is reduce the transparency, and then I want to add my logo. So I'm going to grab my brand and I'm going to grab my logo, which is here. I'm going to drop it up here in the corner. Now you could turn on your settings so you can see your guides and rules, and you can always drop your guides in to make sure that you've got some sort of cushion around the edges and you're not going to be too close to anything and getting it cut off. And those will be snapping too. So I added my graphic. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a picture. Now, I would upload my own picture, but I'm going to look for a woman smiling. Now, see, woman looking at camera. Now, you're going to use your own picture, I'm going to guess. Next thing I want to do is I want to use cutouts only. And I want to go to photos. And I want to use a woman looking at the camera. So I'm going to keep scrolling down through here. I can always drop a background, so it doesn't matter to me if there's a background on these pictures. Let me see, into camera. Oh, let's see. Let me go back to smiling woman. Let's see if I can find one of those. There we go. Great. I can grab a smiling woman image. Go down here. Let me try something that's not too close to my own brand. I like her. There she is. I'm going to grab her and drop her over here. I'm also going to throw in the back, I want to throw in a shadow circle. Graphic. Clear this, clear my filters. I'm going to throw in a graphic, and I want it to be a very light shadow. That one's not big enough. I like this one. I'm going to make it bigger, and I'm going to make it white. I'm going to put that right over her face. I'm going to click position, and I'm going to drop that layer behind her. So there's a little bit of dimension back there. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add my logo, and then I want to add some text. I'm going to say, want to increase marketing efforts. Marketing efforts. And I'm going to do a wide font for that. I'm going to stick wide. And I I like Latin wide. That one's a little too Lucida. That one I like. I'm going to drop the font size. I'm going to drop it a little bit more, maybe a little more, because remember, there might be some copy that might be covering this, or a graphic that might be covering this when you are, when you're in LinkedIn itself. So I'm going to actually change my logo. I'm going to change this to 4. That's not what I want. Let me come back to my brand. Oh, here's my white logo. That's better. I'm going to grab that one. Drop it over there. Want to increase your marketing efforts? Send me a DM. Let's chat. I'm going to drop in a subheading. I could also put in different services I offer. I'm going to move that over to the left-hand side, and I'm going to change this. So I used a wide font, so I don't want a wide font to go with it. I actually want to use a narrow font to go with this, and I'm going to use this one. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I don't want it to be bold. And there you have it. I can change all of these fonts. I can do anything. I can also add a graphic. Let's see, I'm going to say graph increase. Let's see what I get here with graphic increase. Let's see if I can find a nice illustration on here. Oh, that one's good. I'm going to change the color to white. Put that over there. I'm going to drop these up here. I'm going to put that there. Make my logo a little smaller. And the font's not great, so I am going to do, maybe I'll just do League Spartan. GUI, League Spartan. There we go. Make it much bigger. And then I can drop my second font down. Make this a little bit narrower. There. Want to increase marketing efforts? DM me and let's chat. I can drop that over there. I can put this anywhere. And there is my LinkedIn banner. I would use my own picture here, or your own picture, or your brand. If you're doing something for your personal profile, you can resize this to the personal profile, which is 1128 by 191. So let's say I want to do that. And I can use, so if you saw what I did, at the add page, I click the down arrow, I click here to custom. I can do custom size, and again, that's 1128 by 1128 by 191, 1128, 191, create a new page. It'll create the new one in here. I'm going to actually copy this little doodad, drop it down here. It's very hard to see. Copy, paste, bring it down here. You know what? It's not grabbing. There it goes. Copy, paste. Make this a little bigger so you can see it. 75. So then I have to copy this across. Grab 2 of them. Copy, paste. 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 1, 2, 3. Copy, paste. 4, 5, 6. There she is. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to bring her down here. Make her bigger. Take my shadow. And I'm going to look at the ones I've already got. I'm going to bring that down here. Turn it white. Bring it over to her face position, and I'm going to put it behind her. I'm going to make this a little bit off center. Add my logo. Drop it down here, make it smaller. Add these 2 options. Now remember, with your personal LinkedIn profile, oops, with your personal LinkedIn profile, there is a space over here that has your image in it already. So you may not want to put your own picture in there because it'll already have your picture in it. So you might want to take that out, drop this over here, add a graphic if it makes sense, just to get a little bit more attention. So there you have it. That's the company one. And I might want to put the dimensions on there in case, which is, that's not 1128, that is 1584 by 396. This is your personal profile, personal banner, 1128 by 191. And now you have both of them, custom LinkedIn banners. Save it to a folder. You can save it to a folder. And you can repurpose those as needed. Oops. So that's how you do that. Easy peasy. Have fun with them. Definitely find ways to incorporate interesting things into your backgrounds, into your design. Make sure there's enough contrast, etc. There you have it. How to create a LinkedIn banner that you can brand and use over and over again for your company employees. And then also the personal banner, which can also be branded if you want to give them that. There you have it. So if you like this video, definitely like it. And then also subscribe to the Penheo Marketing channel and or just check out our Canva Hacks playlist. We have a lot of options there as well. Take care, and I hope you have a great day.